finally done. 2 weeks after I began it. 2 weeks after I released my most popular video to date, which is to say it has like 160 something views. So, like I'm basically PewDiePie. That's a cat trying to enter the room. About how I was creating a website. Finally, it's done. And it's not just some random string of math .base44.com a random string of math like it was before when I was working on it in Base 44. Now, and I had to do a whole thing with GoDaddy and with Base 44, and the CNAME didn't work. Don't ever work with DNS, it sucks. Don't ever do it. Don't ever learn to code, kids. Which I didn't do, and I still now hate coding, because Base 44 is an amazing tool, but it's also sometimes just never listens to you and can be very annoying. Less annoying than spending $100,000 and 4 years to go to college to learn to code, but still. But now that I've finally gone through all of that headache, it now sits at the nice, pretty little domain of progressionsplotting.com. I would have just done progressions.com, but that's a spa. I got muscled out of the name I wanted by a spa. I guess the universe doesn't like me. Working with Base 44 this whole time, I've learned like very, very small things about coding. For example, I know what a race condition is now. I don't know how to code my way out of one. I know how to curse at an AI until it does so for me, which, I have cursed so much at Base 44. I have abused this AI. I unleashed all of the devil within me upon this poor, helpless platform. And to Base 44's credit, it is incredibly self-effacing. It's always, you are absolutely right to be furious. I have done so much wrong. I have ruined everything. Please, master, allow me to make things right for you. So yeah, I think that's part of the reason why we like having AI around, why we like using AI so much is because we can unleash all of the devil within us and be horrible, horrible people, and the AI won't stand up for itself. There have been some changes made since I released my tutorial video last week. A lot of the changes are just kind of aesthetic and really shouldn't affect things much. For example, clicking, the mood boards have all the same functionality. It's just that clicking on them opens up a little pop-up and whatnot. But then there are more functional changes. For example, section lines in the storyboard, or how sharing works, which if you go to the website and go to the tutorial page, underneath the tutorial video is a section titled Recent Changes. In that section, you should find all the changes made, all the important changes made since the tutorial was filmed, detailed completely. Most of them aren't very complicated, but I do recommend looking through the recent changes section when you visit the site, just to be sure you understand how everything works. One of the biggest ways that you as the viewer can help me, the writing community overall, and help the site improve is look through the site, use it for a while, and if you ever have any questions, complaints, critiques, suggestions, or thoughts, or any other of the random words for things to say that we have in the English language, go to the contact page and send whatever you're thinking over to me. Messages are sent anonymously, but we do try to respond. as much as we can. We cannot respond to everything, to every question, but questions that are asked, ideas that are posed, critiques that are leveled, especially by many users, can lead to changes and improvements. It costs you nothing, and it will lead to the product that also costs you nothing to improving as like, I want this thing to be as good as I possibly can. It benefits you and it benefits me for this website to be the best that it possibly can be. So if you have something on your mind related to the website, feel free to speak up. I have at present done several sweeps through the site, trying to find all the issues that I possibly can with it. I found issues earlier today, even after I had already messaged a few influencers about the website's creation, that have since been solved. There's like a couple little issues. For example, like the auto linking that I mentioned in the tutorial in text boxes now doesn't work. I'm working on fixing that. And also the landing page takes you immediately to a login page. It's free to log in. It's safe. It's perfectly fine. All it wants is your email and for you to make a password and whatnot. But when you open the site, it will immediately take you to a login page rather than a landing page. So I'm also going to try and work with Base44 support to fix that. But essentially the goal from here, the main focus is on just getting this thing out there, getting it to as many people as possible. Part of the way I plan to do that is by just basically cold approaching other YouTubers and telling them about the fact that this thing exists, just straight through emails, which I know isn't the world's best way of marketing something. You know, I don't know how many people are going to open just a random email. Hi, I'm a random person. I made a website. It's not a scam. Yes, here, give it your email. Yay. I know how sketchy that can sound. There is also a link that I sent with it to my YouTube, to the tutorial video, so they can check it out and see that, yes, I'm actually Moshe Chaim Davidovich. Yes, I'm actually a real person. Yeah, I'm probably not an axe murderer, and I'm probably not a scammer. I mean, you can't really prove that from this channel. But hopefully some gullible person, I mean, not gullible, like, I'm not trying to trick them, but it probably seems like I'm trying to trick them from their end, to be honest. That's basically all I got for this video. Go check out the site and get lost.